What's going on? What's going on, family? Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. We are back again. Happy Monday, everybody. We are back again with the weekly training. How's everybody doing? How was everybody's weekend? Drop below, let me know where is it that you're tuning in from. Where is it that you're tuning in from? Let me know where is it that you are tuning in from. Drop in the comments where is it that you're tuning in from. I'm excited about this, y'all. How was y'all weekend, man? I'm out here in Phoenix. It was way colder than what I thought. About to be packing up, moving things. If anybody's in Mexico, let me know, man. I'll be coming to Mexico for like 3 months. Chicago, what's up? Kansas City, what's up? How is everybody doing? This weekend was intense. What made the weekend intense? What made the weekend intense? What's good, Lawrence? I'll be in Playa. If y'all hear me reading the comments, it's because I have my Facebook and my Instagram going up at the same time. So Tanzania, East Africa, that's dope. Ralph, what's going on? I'll be moving to Playa. I'll be in Playa. So if anybody's gonna be in Playa, let me know. I'd love to connect with some people. This week we are talking about how to build and create self-trust. I think we're talking about it. Or Kusudi from New Zealand. Deb, what's going on? Doors opening and doors closing. That's a beautiful thing. Nigeria, what's up? That's all of the internet, man. People are tuning in from Nigeria, New Zealand, Tanzania, London. Literally all around the world. It's so dope. All right, let's get into it. If you haven't, go ahead and invite somebody. Share this with somebody. Let somebody know that we are live. Let somebody know that they should be tuning in, getting these lessons with you in the UK. That's what's up. All right, y'all. So let's get into it. So today we are talking about how to build and create self-trust. How to build and create self-trust. The reason I talked about this topic is because it's one of the most common themes that I see throughout the clients that I work with. Is that at a certain level, right? Even clients that I work with that have achieved extraordinary things, right? You're talking about multimillionaire, big businesses, things of this nature. Is a lot of times what stops progress in one's life, what stops forward movement in one's life, is when one person loses the ability to trust themselves. Is when a person loses the ability to trust themselves. And I want to talk about why those things occur and how is it that you can start building and gaining back that trust within yourself, right? How do you start building back the trust within yourself? Actually, let's do this. I want to look up what is the definition of the word trust. So define trust. So trust is defined as a firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, and strength of someone or something. So a firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something. So belief in the reliability, truth, ability, and strength of. So trust is a firm belief in your own reliability, your own truth, your own ability or strength of someone or something, right? So it's like saying that when you trust that this chair is going to hold you up, that means you trust that this chair is reliable, or you trust that you can create the reality that you desire, right? So that's trusting your own ability, your own truth, trusting the things that you say. So those are the things that are defined as truth. What's up, Regina? Yeah, shout out Regina. She just had her first speaking engagement today. Clap it up for her. So trust is being able to have a firm belief in your own ability. This is what happens a lot of times, right? A lot of times when somebody stops trusting themselves, it's because they've made a wrong what they would consider a wrong decision in the past is that, you might have picked that spouse and then that person cheated on you. Or you may have said that you're going to start this business and you procrastinated and you didn't start. Or you said, you know what, I'm going to start this habit, and this time when I start this habit, I'm going to actually stay on it. And you didn't stay on it. And because of this, you have become unreliable to yourself. You have become unreliable to your word. You stop believing and having a firm ability, a firm belief in your own ability, a firm belief in the words that you speak, the ideas that you have, the insights that you have. So you stop trusting yourself. Trust typically comes because of a quote unquote wrong decision in the past. That's where somebody starts trusting themselves. So even clients who are making multi-millions of dollars, right? They may have made a decision that actually went against the company. So because of this, they stop trusting themselves. Or you said that you've made all these New Year's resolutions, and every single year you start going to the gym in January, but by February, you stop going to the gym. So now you don't trust yourself to do the things that you said that you were going to do. Trust comes when intention and reality don't align with each other. So like I set the intention to do this, but in reality, I never do it. Does that make sense? So it's the gap between intention of desiring or wanting to do something and then reality actually doing the things that you set the intention for. And what occurs is when that gap gets created, that's when someone stops trusting themselves, is that gap. When they set the intention to do something and then in reality they actually don't do it. That's when they stop trusting themselves. Trust, a lack of trust is built off of the past, not the future. So if you don't trust yourself right now, and I ask you, why is that occurring? It's not because of the ideas that you have about the future. It's about the ideas that you have about the past, the decisions that you made in the past, what occurred in the past, the things that you made the past teach you, or you made the past mean. So because this happened, obviously I can't trust myself to do the things that I said I was going to do. Because this occurred, obviously I can't trust myself. So a lack of trust is living in the past. It has nothing to do with the future. And what occurs is this, is that when you're not able to forgive yourself, when you're not able to realize that, oh my God, I don't even know where that just came from on my Instagram. I don't even know where that just came from. When you're not willing to forgive yourself, when you're not willing to understand that it's impossible to kind of quote unquote make the correct decision, but instead of looking to make the correct decision, you just make whatever decision you made the correct one. When you're not able to do that, then you will never be able to fully trust yourself, because you have to ask yourself, what is trusting yourself dependent upon? Do you only trust yourself when it's dependent upon getting the result that you desire? You have to ask yourself that. Is my trust only dependent upon the thing that I'm wanting to do going correctly? Meaning that if the thing that I'm desiring no longer goes correctly, then I can no longer trust myself. Does that make sense? Drop a 777 in this if that makes sense. If your trust is only dependent upon the result that you set the intention for, then you will never have the ability to trust yourself. You have to ask yourself, what is trusting myself dependent upon? What is it dependent upon? Is it dependent upon everything going right? Is it dependent upon the outcome? That if I achieve the outcome, great job, I can trust myself. But if I didn't achieve the outcome, then I should not have trusted myself. Most people, what stops them from making progress is their trust, their confidence. It's dependent upon the thing going perfect rather than the thing getting done or the thing being executed upon. So my trust, it doesn't necessarily come from me getting the outcomes that I always desire. Understand that helps build self-trust as well. When you set the intention and you set an outcome and that outcome is achieved, that builds self-trust. But my trust became about just doing the thing that I said I was going to do, regardless if I achieved the intended outcome that I set out to achieve when I started it. Can you get that? So my trust is not about getting the outcome that I desire. My trust became about doing the thing that I said I was going to do, that I desired to do. Those are big differences. See, when it's about getting the said outcome, then your trust has attachment. I don't want to say it's issues, but you have a level of attachment to something. And that level of attachment is what stops you from trusting yourself, because you're attached to it going one specific way. I'm so proud of Regina on this call. Regina is one of my clients. She flew into Arizona. She had her speaking engagement today. I'm so proud of her. Why? Because she did it. It's done. And how it went was so perfect. Now, she may have things about her mind about how it should have been or ways in which she could do better, which there's always ways to do better. But her trust level should go to a way greater level. Not because if she felt like it went perfect or not perfect, but because she actually showed up and she did it. And most people, they have goals and visions and dreams that they never get themselves to do. So you want to know what truly builds trust? It's the actions of it. It's the following through of it. It's the sticking with it. It's the saying, I'm going to do this, and actually start doing that thing. I want you to ask yourself this. What have you been telling yourself that you need to do that you just haven't gotten yourself to do? That list is where your lack of trust lies. You got to catch that. What is it that you've been telling yourself to do that you just haven't been able to get yourself to do? If you want to get your trust back, if you want to build your trust back, you need to go to work on that list. That list is what's holding all the trust that you have within yourself. That list is like the graveyard of your ideas. It's like the skeleton. It's like the skeleton. All the skeletons of your mind, of your visions, of your dreams. It's that list. And to start getting your trust back is to start taking action on the list that was given to you. You have to ask yourself, oh, this is good. You have to ask yourself, this is good. This is real good. If you were God, how much would you trust you? So if I was God, how much would I trust Kusudi? Meaning that Kusudi, he prays for these things. He said, God, if you give me these opportunities, this is what I'm going to do. Give me the vision. Give me the dreams. I set the intention. But how much does Kusudi actually do the things that he said he's going to do? How much do you think God trusts you? Because each and every person on this call, you're praying for something. You're praying for something, you're wanting something, you're desiring something, you're asking for something. But why do you think Spirit and God and your ancestors will give you more capacity, will give you more things to manage if that entity can't even trust the things that is already given to you? Why would I give you more ideas and you're not taking action on the ideas that you have right now? Why would God give you more insight and you're not even taking action on the insight? You see that? Thumbs down. Never. Why would I do that? Why are you expecting God to give you more when God can't even trust you to act on the things that have already been given to you. If you had a kid, right? A lot of you may have kids. A lot of you may have kids. You're not about to give your kids more things to manage when you don't even see them take. So I go to my goddaughter, right? And she was asking, what was she asking for? She was asking for a phone. She was asking for a phone. She wanted me to get her a phone turned on, right? Get her this phone, this, that, and the third. But when I looked at her iPad that she has, she doesn't even take care of her iPad. She don't keep up with it. When I ask her where it's at, she really don't know. She don't know where the charger is. She leaving it in the car. She leaving it in the buggy at the grocery store. So why would I trust her with a phone if she's not even taking care of and managing the thing that she has now? So if you're not even taking care and managing the dreams and the visions and the goals that you have now, you have a list. You have a list of things. Yeah, buggy at the grocery store, right? That was wild. You at the buggy at the grocery store. You have a list of unfulfilled ideas. Why will God trust you with more and more ideas when you're not even managing the ideas that you have now? I want your keyword for this next quarter to be action. If you want your trust back, you got to start taking action. If you want to trust yourself again, then you must get in action. I want you to write the word action in the comments. Put the word action in the comments. You must start taking action. Trust comes through action. It does not come through the fulfilled outcome. You want to know why? It's because it's impossible to keep taking actions and actions and actions and eventually not get the desired outcome that you have. That's impossible. It's just most people, they don't take the action. You don't trust yourself because you don't take enough action. That's the truth. You don't follow through on your word. You don't sit there and take action on the dreams and the goals that you have. You start and you stop. You let other people talk you out of things. You put one piece of content out and then you judge it and you never put out another piece of content. It's the lack of action that is having you not trust yourself. It's the lack of action and it's the holding on to when you did take action in the past and you didn't get the desired outcome. Those are the only two things that will stop you from trusting yourself. Is that you remember all the times when you did trust yourself, when you opened yourself up to a relationship and you suffered a heartbreak. When you said I was going to invest in this thing and you lost the money. Your investment didn't go well. It's the times where you did do something, you didn't get the desired outcome, that now you're consistently holding on to that. So now that event that didn't produce the result that you desired, right? That has created your ceiling now. That has created your action ceiling. I want you, your flaws from yesterday, if you're still holding on to them, is your ceiling of today. Meaning that you can't go higher than the failure that occurred last season. So your last season failure is your this season ceiling. Oh my God, where did that even come from? Oh my God. Your last season failure is your this season ceiling if you are continually holding on to last season. So last season, you opened your heart up and you got heartbroken. Now this season, you refuse to open your heart up again. So that heartbreak has become the ceiling of what's possible in your life this year. Last season, you invested in yourself in a business, it didn't go right, so you stopped believing in yourself. So now this season, because you're holding on to that and you don't trust yourself, you will not invest in it or produce it in yourself again because last season didn't produce a favorable result. So you no longer trust yourself. Drop some fires in the chat. Oh my God. You have to ask yourself, what is it that you're holding on from last season that is stopping you, that is now become your ceiling for this season? It's stopping you from taking action on this season. It's stopping you from getting what there is to get in this season. Because it's those things that you're holding on to that's now becoming the very reason that you can't move forward. And it's not until you forgive yourself and you let these things go. Do y'all not know how many times I've had to forgive myself just this year? This month. Yeah, I constantly forgive myself and let things go. I refuse to stop trusting me. I can't do that. All right, cool. I know I believed in myself. I know I said I was going to do this. I did it. It didn't work out. Great. Let me just learn about it. I refuse to stop trusting myself. Because this is what happens when you start trusting yourself. When you stop trusting yourself, you become stagnant. Because you start overanalyzing every single thing that is going on in your environment. And then what happens is this, is that you have to make a decision. Indecision is a decision. So no matter what, you're going to make a decision. But what occurs is this, is because you don't trust yourself, you go out and get advice from other people, and you let their viewpoints motivate you and influence you more than your own. So you start moving off of other people's opinions rather than your own opinions. And now you truly are not trusting yourself. This thing keeps clicking. So what happens is that it becomes a slippery slope. Because if you can't trust you, then that means you're going to start relying on other people. Or you become stagnant. You stop moving. You stop making decisions. An indecision is a decision in itself. And now you may have a vision, you may have a goal, right? You may have a vision, you may have a goal, and you may say, I really think this is a good idea, but you don't fully trust yourself. And then you talk to somebody about that vision or the goal, and somebody tells you why it wouldn't work. And now your trust is not greater than their doubt. So you don't do it. Your trust has to be greater. When I tell you I trust me so much, I would not be on this live right now if it didn't come from me trusting me. You know how many people had ideas about what is it that I'm doing? They couldn't see it how I saw it. So they put their doubts, their fears, their judgments off on me. I had to truly trust the vision that God showed me. Why? Because God didn't show this vision to my mama. God didn't show this vision to my best friend. God didn't show this vision to my girl. God didn't show this vision to my brothers. God showed this vision to me. So I had to trust that vision. Even in the midst of everybody else doubting. Even in the midst of sometimes me doubting it, my trust had to outweigh my doubt. And when I consistently trusted and pushed it through and persevered, year after year after year after year after year, it's created the person that's in front of you today. If you want to start trusting yourself, start getting in action. Make a list when we get off this live. What are the mistakes of the past that I've been holding on to? What are the mistakes of the past that I'm holding on to? And what are the visions and the goals and the dreams that I have that I haven't taken action on? And if you just spent day by day consistently going through that list, you will start building your trust. You will start growing your trust. Yeah, Regina said that's what happened before we were clients. Now Regina is a world speaker. Now Regina's a world speaker. I mean, she's speaking to kids in different languages. She done gave presentations in about 4, 5, 6 different languages now. She's a world speaker. Why? Because she started trusting herself. She started trusting her vision. She started trusting her goals. Speaking to kids from all different countries. Ask yourself, what is the mistakes of the past that you've been holding on to? And what are the goals and dreams and vision that you haven't allowed yourself to take action on? And start taking action on that list. Start taking action on that list. And watch how you start building your trust. Because action is like a snowball. It's like a snowball. When the snowball is going downhill, the more momentum it gets, the more it starts building up. And action is that same way. If you start today with one action, and you keep consistently taking action, and consistently taking action, consistently taking action, that momentum, it picks up. And then now, universe trusts you, God trusts you, spirit trusts you, ancestors trust you. And now your life has so much momentum. Things are progressing rapidly. But it starts with being able to trust yourself. It starts with being able to trust yourself now and to take action now. The more you take action, the more it's going to start building up. Don't let your mistake of the past become the ceiling of today. Don't allow that to happen. Don't allow the failures from yesterday to become the ceiling of your success of today. Forgive yourself, learn from the mistakes, and allow yourself to re-trust yourself to take action. Because if you can't trust yourself, you will never get to where is it that you desire to get to. Your life will look like the doubts of other people. It'll look like the doubts of your own life. Throw that event. Put out that content consistently. Launch that business. Do the things that has been on your spirit, on your heart, and watch how things start progressing. Any questions before I get out of here? Any questions, y'all? Drop a 777 if this has been valuable. Drop a 777 in the chat if this has been valuable. Yeah, I want God to trust me. I want God to know, God, if you give me a vision, you got me a goal, trust me, I got you. Don't even trip. Don't even trip. Don't even trip. I'm going to make it happen every time. I make life happen. I make things happen. I take action. My life looks like pure progression, especially where my life was, y'all. Especially where my life was. Any questions? Any questions? Any comments? How can I support y'all? Any questions? Any questions? Somebody on Facebook asked if I'm moving to Mexico. Yeah, I'll be in Playa. I'll be in Playa here in the next few weeks. So if you're in Mexico, let me know. I can't see the names on Facebook. I'll have to see after the live. Any questions, y'all, before I get out of here? Any questions, comments, concerns, any way I can support? Any topic ideas for next week? Is there anything specifically y'all would want to hear? Anything specifically that you will want to talk about next week? What got you from your past life to where you are now? Action. Action, bro. And that's like a short answer. It's like, it's having a vision. It's having a vision of something greater than where I was at. And consistently taking action towards that. I think that would be the easiest way. But there's a lot of personal development, a lot of investing in myself, a lot of believing in myself. It was a lot of that. But I would just say easy, a vision of the future, of a better future, and then consistent action towards it. Is what got me to where I'm at now. What were the steps you took to change the mindset that you have now? I started, what was the steps I took? The first step, bro, is I started like binge watching and binge listening to personal development. All day was me listening to personal development. All day. I started reading books. I started like indoctrinating myself. I told this young man this today. Right? I told this young man this today. I said, when you start listening to motivational videos and audios and you start knowing the lyrics the same way you know the hottest Drake song, your life will go to a different level. When you know personal development tapes and audios, the same way you know the Lil Baby, the Drake, your life will significantly increase. So those were the first steps I took, is I started just listening to better information. So if this was me, hopping on these lives every single week, re-watching the lives, re-listening to the lives, actually doing the things that I say in the lives. When I say write down that list, actually go write down that list. When I say after the call do this, actually go do those things. Those are the things that I started. Let's see. Any tips on letting go of attachment, of getting it right? Is it pure action and self-forgiveness? Any tips on letting things go? Okay, well, I don't know if this is a tip, but if you look at nature, I learned from nature, right? The tree doesn't get mad or upset when the leaves start falling off. Right? I mean, just imagine winter coming. The leaves start falling off and the tree's like, oh my God, it's because of my friends. I'm in a negative vibration. I'm not aligned. Like, no. The tree knows that the leaves falling off is just a natural occurrence. And that's just a season. And that springtime is going to be there again. So just realize that I don't care how much personal development you do, there are going to be seasons in your life where things seemingly are not going correct. But just understand that is a part of seasons. I don't care if you listen to personal development, write your goals down every single day for the rest of your life. Things are going to occur that are going to feel unfavorable to you. But don't hold on to that. Just understand that is a season. Something had to occur. And a lot of time, the things that have occurred have created and produced the knowledge that you now have. So I'm not upset for myself about failed relationships in the past. I needed those. That helped me create and get more certain and more know exactly what is it that I want now. I'm not mad about investments that I lost in the past. That taught me a better investment strategies and everything now. So understand that a lot of the things that occurred in the past, it needed to occur in order to create the person that I am today. So that's from myself. That's how I allow myself to let go of things. It's just to know that it created the person I am today. Let's see. I love doing this work, being a coach of spiritual God and other is so rewarding. That's what's up. Let's see, any questions? Any more questions, y'all, before I get out of here? Let's see. Start by watching The Secret. Somebody said start by watching The Secret. Yeah, I watched The Secret for the first time when I was 18 years old. And it's something I literally just watched it this weekend. It's funny that you said that. All right, any other questions? All right, favorite book on this area. I'm going to give y'all my favorite books. Let me tell y'all my favorite books that I'm reading now. How about that? I'm reading Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. That book is absolutely fire for understanding masculine and feminine. I am reading How to Develop the Leader Within by John Maxwell. That book is fire. I'm reading The Way of Mastery, which if you're like love everything spiritual and God and everything, like The Way of Mastery is absolutely fire. And I think those are the only books I'm reading right now. Yeah, so I don't know if that supports you, but those are the books that I'm reading now. All right, y'all, listen, next Monday, we'll be on again, 6 p.m. If you want to know what are the next steps is to go to your calendar and mark off 6 p.m. next Monday. The next step is to bring your friend. It's to bring your spouse. It's to invite the people that are closest to you to these lives, so that way you guys can get on it together. I'll see y'all next Monday, same time, same place, new teaching. Thank y'all for tuning in. Peace.